What is up, everybody? It is New Year's Eve for me, and likely not for you, because this video probably won't be posted until the new year 2018. But I do come to you from the previous year 2017 with a little bit of a recap. I don't usually like doing things like this on social media or, at all. I like to keep my personal inventory of things that happened to myself. I do enjoy hearing from others, though. So if you post in the comments like your top 3 things that happened in 2017 for you, that's cool. I like hearing about people and what's going on with them, and their successes, and maybe their trials and how they overcame. But just to keep things as I usually do on this channel on the lighter side, I'm just going to give you the top 3 test rides of 18, and I'm also going to give you my top 3 favorite things that have happened to me personally in the motorcycle realm. Now, let me start off with the top 3 test rides of this year. Now, this might be to the dismay of those of you who watch this channel solely for the Harley-Davidson content, but my number 3 test ride of the year in my top 3 was the Zero electric motorcycle. Now, there were two different ones that I rode. One of them was the lower capacity battery and the lower capacity power motorcycle. But if you recall, and I'll post the video up here so you can watch that as I'm speaking, it was the 200 max mile range Zero, and I can't remember the model name, so again, I'll have to just pop that up there for you on the screen. But wow, what an experience that was, and I likened it to nothing else, because there's no sound. The only thing that you hear really is the friction of the belt drive.
Flashback.
And it's completely silent. Oh, that power is direct. I think that's all that you hear is that motor working, and it's just a cool whirring sound. It's so futuristic and just a blast. It's just so much fun to ride. So that is my number 3 test ride of the year. My number 2 test ride of the year, not so surprising, went on a demo truck ride this year on a 2018 Road King Special. Now, this bike was just, oh my gosh, it was just so much fun to ride. I never thought a touring bike could not just be a comfortable ride, but also be a bike that was so fun to ride.
Flashback.
So this is, when I don't talk on rides like this, it's more because I'm having fun. I'm just enjoying riding the bike. And this is one of those bikes where I am just enjoying this ride. Obviously, there's no fairing on the front, so you just feel the open air, and that was probably partially it, but also the power. I know it was just a 107 Milwaukee 8 engine, but that was enough power to really get the adrenaline pumping. So the combination of the comfortability of that ride, along with the power and the excitement of riding a bike that with a touring bike, that has no front fairing and all that power, was excellent. Definitely the styling on that bike was also something that caught my attention. So again, the number 2 test ride for that one guy in 2017 was the 2018 Road King Special. And not a big surprise here, the number 1 test ride of 2017 on this channel was the 2018 Fat Bob. Now, not a big surprise, because I'm not shy about saying how much I love that bike, but being able to ride that bike twice this year, once the same week that they announced that it was coming out, and there was one at the lot, I ran over to the dealer and asked if I could, I just wanted to see the bike, and not only did they let me see it, they let me ride it. To top that off, I got to ride it again earlier this month at a demo truck event
Flashback.
I love this bike. And it's not just because I have a Fat Bob. This thing is just so much fun. And besides being so much fun, it's also also nice looking, and got to ride it for a long time and got to really open it up, because they wouldn't really let me open it up on that bike that had just come off the truck. So being able to have that experience and just really get to experience the power of that 114 cubic inch engine was my #1 test ride of 2018. I'm still torn. I really love that bike, but I also love the Lowrider S, which I would say was an honorable mention for me as a test ride this year. I got to ride that bike twice too. One time only, though. All I got to do was ride it around the block at one of the dealerships around here. That doesn't really give you a really good test ride route. But again, I'm not going to complain because they did let me take the bike out. So honorable mention goes to the Lowrider S. Now, moving on from the top 3 test rides of the year, are my top 3 motorcycle moments of the year. It's hard for me to do this because I got rid of a bike this year and I bought a new bike this year, and I don't want to lump those two together, but I am going to. So my #3 moment of the year, motorcycle related, was selling my Iron 883 with the 1/4 mile special edition paint, which opened the door for me to buy this bike later on this year. And I'm kind of cheating because that's kind of 2 different events that happened, but hey, guess what? It's my channel, so I can just do what I want. So yeah, no, so getting rid of my bike and being able to buy this bike has opened the door. It's pretty awesome. My channel started back in August. I didn't have a bike yet, so I was only doing test rides and kind of just summaries of what those test rides were like. So being able to have a bike now, a bike that I really love, a bike that I've been able to do so many mods to, being able to have this channel set up, get to share my experiences with you all here on the internet, and especially with my subscribers who tune in to me regularly, has been such an amazing experience for me this year. Not only just motorcycle related, but just life in general, because as cool as it is to put these videos up and to create these videos for you all to watch, it's been really therapeutic for me to be able to go out on the bike and just talk to you guys, and then go back and edit it. For me to be able to do this completely unscripted and just share my thoughts and impressions of things with you guys has been a real treat. So that's my #3 thing. And my #2 thing that's happened bike-wise for me this year has been all of the test rides. And again, this is probably cheating because this is just an accumulation of things that have happened. But I've gotten to ride, and I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head, and I probably should have prepared by getting it. But I've probably ridden a dozen different bikes this year. I've ridden Yamahas, a couple of naked bikes from Yamaha. I've ridden electric bikes, a couple of electric bikes, a bunch of cruisers, some touring bikes, and a BMW and a Ducati. I mean, it's just been a real cool, eclectic experience of riding so many different bikes. I don't plan on stopping. I'm on the interwebs every week, trying to see what events are happening nearby. So big plans for the channel to have more content for you guys, as far as test rides and motorcycle events. So my #1 thing motorcycle wise that has happened to me this year is that one guy, the YouTube channel. For a long time I've been trying to find ways to express my creativity in a different way than just on the stage. I've been doing stage acting for almost 25 years now, and I've just been always excited about finding new ways to be creative and new ways to express myself and to share my talents in the form of arts and communication, and being able to do it through this channel has been just one of the greatest things that I've ever done. As far as creativity and just accomplishments wise, but I'm just one of those guys who never really figured out what I wanted to do. But when I get on my motorcycle and I make these videos and then I put them together and share with everybody on the internet, it's a real moment of clarity for me, and it's kind of a special thing to me because it's one of those rare times in my life where I really feel like I'm in control, and I really feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, does that sound cheesy? Does that sound, you know, kind of dumb? Sure, it probably does to some of you. But to me, it's just been such a... And you keep using the word therapeutic, but it's really been an experience that's made me feel at ease with my life. I mean, there's so many times in my life, and I'm sure in everybody else's lives, where things get hard, things get confusing, you got to make big decisions. But every decision that I've made to go on this channel, it has never felt like, oh, should I do this, or oh, should I spend the money on this bike, or oh, should I, you know, should I make this mod on the bike? I just feel like I'm in control, and it's a really, really awesome feeling. Now, here I am spilling my guts to you guys, but hey, it's the end of the year, literally. We're going to be into 2018 here in just a few hours, but I just wanted to get on here and get these thoughts out to you guys, and really what I'm always looking forward to is feedback from you guys. So if you've got something to say about 2017, if you got something to say about motorcycles or about your accomplishments for 2017, please, please, please leave them down there in the comments. And guys, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up down there. Lets me know when I'm doing a good job. And if you're so inclined, hit the subscribe button right over here. And if you want to click on over to some other content that I've produced, just click one of these links over in this direction. Guys, if you are riding, please be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. This is that one guy wishing you all a Happy New Year. And I am out.